Hello, sports movie fans, and welcome to Locker Room Flicks Podcast. I'm your host, Frank Sullivan, and with me is my co-host, Frank Darlin. How are you tonight?
Very good. This is our evening edition of the...
Our evening edition, of our holiday edition.
Holiday edition, yes it is.
Let's hope it goes better. And we had a little technical difficulties earlier. Hopefully it's gotten better, so bear with us if you hear anything funny. How's your weekend? Everything okay?
Good, yeah.
Everything good? What'd you do? Anything new?
Oh, nice day today. We went down to a couple places, walked around a little bit. Weather finally got nice out. It was
warmer?
73, 74, yeah. So it was nice.
Yeah,
tomorrow it's supposed to be like almost 79, so it'll be really nice.
Yeah, it's warmer up here too.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Yesterday we went to the mall Friday night.
Right.
To West Farms Mall.
Yeah. That's a nice mall. That's
it's very
nice.
nice. It's pretty busy, man. I tell you. You feel like it's the way the trend has changed with Christmas. It's like everything's done online, but it was pretty busy.
Still a lot of people there shopping. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I meant to ask you too before. You went to the Yankee Candle Village while you were up here with Chloe, right? How was that? It's cool, right?
That's unbelievable, man. I haven't been there in who knows how many years.
Yeah.
He said 1983 was the last time. This
really?
is when they had just built this after that. So
wow.
I had like one building or two buildings when I went. That I can remember.
It's huge, right?
Oh, it's beautiful. I never seen nothing like it.
The Christmas Village section is always my favorite. It's everything's beautiful in there. That's what I kept saying. It's a nice, like I said, it's a nice little trip. Like what? It'd take you like an hour to get there.
Yep. Yeah. Yes. Maria drove. Yeah.
Right off the highway.
Yeah.
And it looked like the little one had a good time. So
she did. She had fun.
Good.
But I didn't realize all that. You see, when we had it there, it basically just had candles. That was it.
Yeah, there's a lot more stuff there.
Yeah, toys. I was like a kid in a candy store. They had everything there. I'd love to go again. You know, and just spend time in it. You know.
They added some more stuff in the back. Like it was like I don't know if there's like a pizza place, and I don't know if it's like a small little brewery back there. Yeah, I think that's brand new.
Oh, okay.
We went there last year. Not brand new, but newer.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it's a good. Like I said, it's a nice little day trip, and
oh yeah, no doubt about it.
That's good.
Yeah, it was fun.
But yeah, we had a good weekend. I mean, we just kind of went to the mall. Saturday, we took a little trip to Yonkers to see Casey's grandmother in the cemetery. So we take a little trip. And
okay.
We put the Christmas wreaths on.
That's nice.
My mother and them, and we just do that. And
that's nice. That's real nice.
Knock it all out in one afternoon.
Yeah.
It's a long trip. It's like an hour and some change to Yonkers.
Yeah, I used to go to Yonkers a lot. Yeah.
Back, and then we hit up Cat's Deli for in Woodbridge for lunch.
Oh,
that's so good, man.
You're killing me. I've been there a couple of times.
I tell you that they like getting the pastrami and lately I've been doing the French dip with the roast beef and the. Oh. I tell you, if anyone's up here in the Northeast, you should try to hit up a Cat's Deli.
Yeah, we've been there twice. And we've been to the one in New York, too. I think maybe next time we come down for Christmas, maybe we'll take a shot there. I know Linda won't say no.
I know.
Yeah.
I did. You do it, go to the cemeteries. And I know we drove past the old house.
We're going to do
the old neighborhood and hit that up.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to do the cemeteries when I'm there. Just want to tell you, I found a lot more. I didn't do any more, but I found a lot more Christmases.
Yeah. Like I said, if you got the time, try to do as much as you can, and I was working on. I'd appreciate it. I was working on my Christmas sweater. For my ugly Christmas sweater today.
Yes.
I'm trying to see if I can show you. Maybe I should send you. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So there's an iPad right in the center.
Awesome. Yes.
And I kind of was able to push it in, and it's like one of those, like a live Yule log.
That's cool.
That's what I did today.
Wow. Is that the one you bring it to work?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my!
I got a title to defend. I won it 2 years in a row. This has got to be year 3. It's a must.
So
we'll see what happens, though.
You got my vote.
That's what I did today.
I like the little picture of Stella.
Yeah, I was right at Nordstrom, right in front of the.
You got her to
and
smile.
It's funny too. She's got cheese,
Yeah. She did
So yeah, she had a fun time. She had a ball. She's getting there.
Oh yeah.
We're getting close to it.
Oh boy.
We're getting close to. But it should be interesting. It should be fun. I took the day after Christmas. I took the Thursday and Friday off, so I got that whole week.
Oh, nice.
So that's when we'll kind of like get her office kind of downstairs, and we'll bring out.
That's a good idea.
We have Stella's clothes. Stella's clothes that don't fit her no more. Those are going to go up in the attic, and the newborn clothes are coming down. So
that's good. That sounds really good.
Knock it all out. But other than that, I think that's about all I got going on. We can just want to get into the movie?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Hit it.
All right, here we go.
Second movie of our holiday edition.
The second movie. Real simple, 3-letter word, Elf.
Yep.
Release date, November 7th, 2003. Box office info, the budget was $33 million. $31 million opening weekend.
Wow.
With a gross of $229 million. Directed by Jon Favreau.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to say much more about that.
No.
Will Ferrell as Buddy Hobbs, James Caan as Walter Hobbs, Zoe Deschanel as Jovi, Mary Steve Bergen as Emily Hobbs, Daniel Tay as Michael Hobbs, Bob Newhart as Papa Elf, and Ed Asner as Santa Claus. Simple synopsis: raised as an oversized elf, Buddy travels from the North Pole to New York City to meet his biological father, Walter Hobbs, who doesn't know he exists and is in desperate need of some Christmas spirit. Awards and
quite a long synopsis. Don't mean to.
That's a very long synopsis. Yes, it is.
Usually they're kind of quick.
That one wasn't. It was 3 lines. Awards: 8 nominations, 2 wins. Runtime: another good runtime.
Perfect.
1 hour and 37 minutes. I watched it on Disney Plus.
I watched it on Max.
You watched it on Max. All right, so that's that. And now we come to Frank's 5 fun facts. What do you got?
All right, this was another one. There was a lot of ton of facts.
Ton of stuff. A lot of good stuff, too.
Yeah, so 2 seconds here. I was looking something else up. All right, so fact number 1. The crew is adamant about making the movie an homage to Rankin and Bass, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in 1964. And started to include references to the film in confidence that all copyright issues had been taken care of. This turned out to be an oversight when the studio's legal department informed that no permission has been obtained from Rudolph's copyright holders. However, after legal issues were later cleared, then they found out that Rudolph was never properly copyrighted, containing an error in the Roman numerals of its copyright notice, so the movie could move freely to include elements of it. So,
oh, that's interesting. Really? Wow.
I guess they were in the middle of they were already filming it, and they were saying that he was gonna have to change the color of Will Ferrell Elf Buddy's costume because it was green.
Right.
They were either going to have to do reshoots or digitally change it to a different color.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
But I guess it worked out.
Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, a lot of rules, I guess. A lot of rules.
Yeah, and there's that, and there's a certain amount of time where it goes on where it doesn't really matter how long. What's the one, Winnie the Pooh? It's been so long that he doesn't really. That's why people are free to do whatever they want with it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Statue, I don't know. Forget what you want to call it.
Maybe a statue of limitations
or whatever.
something. Yeah, could be. Yeah.
Fact number 2: Will Ferrell turned down $29 million to do a sequel in late 2014. Did you know that?
Yeah, I heard about that. That was interesting. I never knew that before.
Yeah. Well, I guess, as one of the other this is part of the same fact. I guess Will Ferrell suffered from headaches and insomnia throughout filming. He had to eat a lot of the sugary foods on the Elf food pyramid on camera. So I guess maybe that was the reason why
Yeah, it might be. Might be.
29 million is a lot to turn down.
It certainly is. That's 11 years after, too.
But you know what? Again, if he had done it, this first one wouldn't have been. Well, it's not the classic. It might not be the classic that it is now. You know.
You're right. I agree with you. I agree. That's a good point. You're right.
But I don't know.
Yeah, he ate a lot of that stuff in that show.
I know, and normally I know we've said this. They have like they don't eat it, a lot of it, because they'll have like spit buckets right next to it on the ground where they just kind of spit it out. Because that's again the movie acting of eating food, and it's funny if you actually notice, you see them they just push their food around on the fork.
They do.
They don't really eat you know.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
They just push around, and it's funny because we watch Big Bang Theory a lot, and they're always eating food, and you just see them they don't really actually eat the food.
I know, that's interesting. Well, I'll get back to it later. I gotta just remember his name, but there's a great actor that he eats all the time in his movies. Can't think of his name, but he always eats in his movies, and they asked him why. He says, "Well, it makes me relax in the movie, so I really am eating those things you see me eating, like an apple or a."
I know James Gandolfini did a lot of it too. There was a scene in The Sopranos where him and Bobby are eating steaks at a diner.
Right.
And I think he ended up saying that he ended up having like 11 steaks or something at the end of it, because you don't realize how with the takes and the continuity, he just kept eating. Yeah, well, I mean, James Gandolfini was a big boy.
Yeah, so he actually ate it in his hand.
Yeah.
Wow. That's funny.
Fact number 3: so the scene when Buddy eats different candies and pastries with spaghetti noodles had to be shot twice because Will Ferrell vomited the first time. I know, and I guess it said the cotton balls Buddy eats in the doctor's office were actually cotton candy that had not been dyed. So it's just cotton candy.
No, I watched that scene now. I'll pay attention to it. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good though.
It does. It does. I love cotton candy. I do.
It's airy.
It is.
Fact number 4: Wanda Sykes was originally slated to play the Gimbals manager, but backed out last minute. She was replaced by Faison Love, who insisted still wearing the name tag for Sykes, which actually, if you look at it, it says Wanda.
Yes.
Right on.
Yes. And I didn't mean to forget him in that list there.
Yeah. Okay.
He was basically in the beginning. He disappeared after that. But I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is. I love him. He's great. He plays that.
Yeah.
Part
we'll talk more about. Yeah. I wanted. She would have. I could easily see her playing this role.
Oh, me too. She would have played it really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. Absolutely.
Yep.
All right. And my last fact: to recreate the old charm and timelessness of classic Christmas movies and prevent the special effects from becoming dated. Most of the shots were Will Ferrell, Bob Newhart, and Ed Asner in the workshop. With the elves were done with forced perspective rather than CGI. For example, for the scene where Buddy rides a bicycle with Papa Elf, Ferrell is riding in front of Newhart and is standing in front. Oh, I'm sorry, Will Ferrell riding in front. And Newhart is standing on a platform several feet behind him to make him look smaller. And I guess they did Papa's hands on Buddy's shoulders are a young actor standing out of sight, so that way his hands look smaller. So tricks of the cameras, huh?
There's a lot of stuff in this that's interesting. I know that. Yeah, definitely. So that was very good. Good. I mean, there's a lot to pick from. I thought you did a pretty good job. There's some long ones in here to talk about too, but I mean the long trivia stuff. But yeah, that was good. I went to see this real quick. I went to see this movie.
Yeah.
At the mall in Milford, whatever it's called now, and it used to have the movie theater on the outside. Movie theater was on the outside, not on the inside.
Gotcha.
And that's where we went and seen it. I'll never forget it. Yeah. Because I remember the first scene, the book opens up. I said, what kind of movie is this? You know, we didn't know what it was about. And we had Maria,
Really?
I think, with us, yeah. But it was fun. It was good to watch, yeah.
It's crazy how it came over. It's over 20 years old.
I can't believe it, man. 20 years old already.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And James Caan, you know, he just passed away.
Yeah.
God rest his soul. He played a good part in it.
Did you see the interview that he had, or I guess Will Ferrell was talking about how, I guess throughout the filming, he couldn't stand Will Ferrell, like his like performance and stuff. He guess he just didn't get it. So a lot of his reactions, it wasn't really him acting. He was just kind of annoyed.
Oh, really? I know he thought it was over the top, but then
he thought it was over. Exactly. It was that, and he was just like generally just, I guess, annoyed, and I guess he just didn't understand why he was doing it like that until he went to the premiere and saw it, and he was like, congratulations, this is a great movie. And I guess he couldn't understand. I don't know. I don't know. I was like, I don't know how he couldn't.
Yeah, I don't. James Caan, I don't think really ever. I watched a lot of his movies. He's never really made a movie like that. So
yeah,
that's,
I guess
he's
he's not really in comedies, huh?
No, so maybe that's just he couldn't understand it, and he can be annoying, Will Ferrell too. So I mean.
Yeah, he acts like a child. He acts like a big child. He's what was the scene where he's walking with Michael home, and he's asking him like 1,000 questions.
I know.
Just boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? It's just one after the other.
Oh my god, it is so good though.
This movie's got a lot of old time actors, but I mean, these guys. You got James Caan, Bob Newhart, and Ed Asner.
Yeah,
I mean these guys are like legends.
Those are all legends. Bob Newhart, I think he just passed away too. He's like 95 or something. Yeah,
he was
Ed
91.
Asner.
91. He died in 2001. Wow.
Yeah.
What's his face? Bob Newhart was 94.
Yes.
He just died in July. God bless us.
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So they were around forever. And so many things they did. But they worked perfect in that show to put them in there. He played a good Santa Claus, Ed Asner. So.
Yeah, what's his Bob Newhart had a show,
his show, right? Bob Newhart, yeah,
comedy.
And Ed Asner was in Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Okay,
for like 6-7 years, yeah.
So he was more like a comedic actor, or
yeah. Well, he was a straight man, funny man in that.
Okay,
way, yeah. And that's not counting all the. Oh, that's not. He was in westerns. You got to remember how old these people are. He was in westerns. He was in all kinds of stuff. You don't realize.
No, you're right.
Yeah. James Caan. He was in westerns. He was in army flicks.
You name it.
Police thing. He was in everything. So I mean, he was in The Godfather too.
Godfather.
Yeah, he's in The Godfather.
Brian's Song. Yeah, you name it.
Oh, Brian's Song. That's.
It's funny for someone like Will Ferrell. We've done a lot of his movies, the sports movies and stuff. Like, I mean, just off thinking, Ricky Bobby. We did Screaming and Kicking. We did Semi-Pro. We did. There's I think another two. I forget.
Yeah,
but
I know.
It's funny.
I know he's. I love him. Linda didn't like him that much, but she kind of did like him a couple.
He's got him and there's him and a lot of what's this guy from The Office?
I
forget his name. Guy. His comedy, you gotta like his humor.
Right.
And a lot of people don't like that type of slapstick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're right. You got to get. I know. I understand. Yeah, you're right. Zoe Deschanel was excellent in it.
Yeah, Zoe Deschanel. Yep.
Yeah. She's actually a brunette.
She looks way better. Way better as a brunette. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
I don't know about you.
I agree. Yeah, she dyed her hair for that show.
Really? Big age difference, huh?
Yes.
She's born in 80, and Will Ferrell was born in 67.
Yeah.
It's quite a big age difference. Same thing goes for James Caan and Mary Steenburgen, big age difference there. I would imagine. So
Yes, Mary Steenburgen is a good actress. She's in a lot of stuff.
She's gorgeous, man. She ages like fine wine.
She does. She does. She even looks pretty good now. I've seen her in a few things, but yeah, she's good. The young kid played a nice part in it. Daniel Tay hasn't really done much since then. He's been in some stuff, but
no, he said he voiced. He did a few voices for Grand Theft Auto.
a lot of them do that. They do the voices.
Voiceovers, yeah, and he's from New York, so I guess he's that's about it, though.
Yeah. Yeah, this movie was. Hey, how about Jon Favreau as the doctor to check to see if it's his kid? That was funny as hell.
He, let me tell you, his acting career. He's up there. He's an okay actor.
Yeah.
He's, you're not going to cast him in your biggest blockbuster,
You're not.
but you might have him direct it.
Oh my God, he's so good. Come on,
Go ahead.
How can you go from Marvel to Elf? I mean, come on, man.
His movies he's directed and stuff. It's just like you name it, man. I mean, the titles go on and on.
God. He's in Four Christmases.
Yeah, I'm trying
he's a beast in Four Christmases.
Oh, I know. The Mandalorian he's done.
Mandalorian, yes.
I'm just trying to find you get the Avengers. It's like you name it. It's like
it's amazing.
And he's gotten better, I think, with age too. I don't think he started directing until later on.
Yeah, I don't think he did either, by any means.
Says he was an executive producer for Green Street Hooligans. It's interesting.
Imagine that, huh?
Hey,
did you see? I was looking at the Libsyn for the stats for our podcast.
I haven't seen it. I forgot. I don't. Yeah.
You know who's done the best? In the last 15 we've had.
What?
Bad News Bears.
Really?
1976. Got about 18. I know it's not a lot for us. We're not Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Got about 18 downloads on that. It's amazing.
Well, that's just downloads too. That doesn't tell you how many.
No, I know.
How many people have actually listened?
Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying. I was pretty impressed with that.
Well, and again, I that's why I did it, because I knew people love that movie.
Yeah, and they like Billy Bob. They do.
Yeah.
Billy Bob's that type of guy where he's just, I don't know. He's a grubby thing, but.
I was going to say, Jon Favreau actually auditioned for the role of Chandler Bing. I don't know if you knew that.
I'm sorry.
And for Friends.
Oh, did he really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know
get
that.
it though.
No.
I think he was one of those ones where he was close on the list, which is why he did a few episodes for Friends.
Right.
But yeah, I know he auditioned for that role.
Yeah. I think in that you were talking about that perspective thing, the way they do it. The kid riding the bike, I think they said was Farrell's son.
Really?
It was somebody's son.
Really?
That was that's riding the bike. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
It was somebody's son. That was I thought it was his son or maybe for Favreau's. I don't know. Somebody. It was somebody related to them riding the bicycle in that scene. How about when he's walking across everything to get to New York? I thought that was funny. He's going through the candy cane forest, which I wish there was.
I mean, before we get to that, but the North Pole up there, I mean, it's almost identical to. We just watched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and it's pretty close to the cartoon.
It is very similar. It is
very similar.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With the snowman in the beginning, the elves.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Everything it's great. Which it's funny. I was thinking the other day. No one's really tried to remake or try to do Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah. No.
Which is interesting, especially if there's no copyright thing.
I'm really surprised. Have they ever made a? No, you're right.
Because they've done like a Frosty the Snowman. They've done every type of Santa Claus movie. No one's tried to redo the story of Rudolph.
No, they've had some other stories of Rudolph, but
correct.
It's the same. It's the same Rudolph.
It's the same Rudolph though. Whether it's like a cartoon or a CGI.
That's a good point. Yeah, it is. It's very interesting. You're right. I know.
But yeah, no. Did you see the thing when he was going through the Lincoln Tunnel? I think he caused like a few accidents.
You did. I heard that. Yeah.
I don't blame him. I don't blame. That's funny.
Oh my God! Remember, he's a big guy. We're forgetting. He's like 6'4", 6'5".
Him in that suit.
He's like Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's big.
And let me tell you something about driving to anywhere through New York. It's maddening, and I don't know how. Like we drove through Yonkers, a little part of New York,
Right.
and it's like every exit. There was exits where you got to get right off, and you got to go to like 25 miles. You got to like gun on the brakes, getting on. It's excuse my language. It's a nightmare driving anywhere in the like anywhere in New York City or the outskirts or any of the boroughs. It's a nightmare. I don't know how anyone does it.
Frank, I've done it like 25 times. So.
Yeah, driving through it. Yeah, I know. You've done it. Yeah, you've done it. You know enough. But but I mean, you know what? Too is like I was just saying. There's nothing like New Year's Eve. I'm sorry. There's nothing like going to New York City, whether it's Christmas time or even just whenever. It's just.
I actually like it driving through New York. You know why?
Why?
Because most of the drivers are good. That's why. They're good
They
drivers.
have to be.
And I know how to play all, like when I get through the George Washington Bridge, I stay on the bottom. I know how to scoot my way over all the way to the end, to the right, so I can get off onto the Hudson. I got it down to a science. But like I said, you got to be patient, make your moves. You can't hesitate. You just go for it.
You got to go.
Flows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
not like here or Florida's a joke. These people don't drive for nothing. But yeah, you're right though. It's crazy there.
But yeah, I mean, when's the last time you've been to New York City? I said around Christmas time.
Yeah,
beautiful.
last night was with Maria and Linda. We went. That was a while ago. That's when we lived.
Yeah.
We lived in probably lived in Orange though, but not Ansonia.
Really, it's such a beautiful city, and I know it's got a lot of like hairy parts and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean the history.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
We
went to Radio City. That's where we went.
Again, another historical.
Yeah.
Grand Central.
There. You got to go there someday with take Stella.
I know.
She'll have a ball. It's really nice there. I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been there many a times. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought this was very well done. I mean, with James Caan, it was so funny with him meeting him the first time. You know what? I love that scene down in the mailroom. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, he's down with the riffraff.
Drinking with the maple syrup there, he thought was. And
he's
coffee with the table dancing.
The guy, he says he's like 26, he looks like he's 46.
Oh my God.
Yeah, down there and the whole scene, the whole movie is just I think Faison Love did an awesome job. I know he's in a lot of Will Ferrell's and Jon Favreau's movies.
Yeah. I love him.
But like every scene that he goes to Gimbals and interacts with him is just laugh out. It's like part of the best part of the movie.
It is. It is. I like when he says to him, eating is what he said. Make work your
make work your new favorite.
Make your work your new favorite.
I tell you, I wish my work had the showers and stuff like that. That'd be cool.
Oh my God.
Be convenient.
And she's in there showering.
Yeah, I know.
Because I was naked in there? No.
No. I didn't know you were naked. No, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Nice songs, the music.
She's got a great voice, man. I tell you.
She does.
Go ahead.
Did you read that? They said something about that. That's why they picked her. She wasn't the first pick. They picked her because she knew she could sing. Yeah. So
she's got that kind of like old school type voice.
Yeah. She does. Yeah. I guess Macy's was used. I was always wondering about this. Macy's was used for all the interior scenes.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I had to look up Gimbals because we had no. Again, we're younger. We didn't know anything about. Is that a real store? And it was.
Yeah. If you watch Miracle on 34th Street, the original one.
Yes.
Gimbals is in that, and that's the real Gimbals, because it's 19 whenever they made it.
Yeah, we had to Google it, and I guess they went out bankruptcy in like 80, like late 80s or something like that.
86, I think it was. They closed.
Yeah, 86 or 85.
Yeah. How about Miles Finch? Peter Dinklage.
The Miles Finch.
The Miles Finch.
It's funny because you know if you're Peter Dinklage and you get that call for that role, like you know immediately where they're going, how he's supposed to play it. Like it's got to be super easy. You're like, okay, well, obviously they're gonna make fun of me because I'm short, and you know what I mean.
Well, I don't know if you read this, but I've heard about this with him before. It said Miles Finch's anger at Buddy calling him an elf reflects Peter Dinklage's real-life refusal to play elves or other mythical creature roles that are typically given to actors with dwarfism. Okay, no offense, and I know how he feels about that, but guess what? You weren't worrying about it when you were making who knows how many millions of dollars doing Games of Thrones. And guess
Very
what?
true.
In that movie, I don't care what you say, you're a dwarf in it, okay? That's what you are.
Yeah. No, you're very true.
That's what you are.
And in the books, in the books, they it's not like they changed it for the movie. The books, he is a dwarf, isn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
So it's like,
I know.
Yeah,
but
know.
I'm saying I don't want to hear about it. You're the richest dwarf there is. He is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I know he gets pissed at that. But you don't get pissed cashing those checks, though.
No, of course not. No, I wouldn't.
He's a phenomenal actor. That's the thing you got to understand about it. I don't care what size he is. He's a great actor. He is. So
Yeah.
I'm getting to that.
No, he's funny, man. I tell you, he gets up and he's wearing a great suit for
Isn't he?
For a little person.
Oh, he looks like $1 million.
Yeah, he had the cufflinks and everything out. He comes in and he just comes up and just. I wonder if he had like a stunt double with that, or maybe that was him.
Could be. I don't know. Could he? Remember, no offense, but there were a lot of wrestling dwarfs like that could wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been one of them doing it.
Well, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, where do you
possible.
find someone that has his type of body?
Exactly.
He drop kicks him, right? I mean,
yeah, it's cool.
Unless you're getting a child, that ain't happening.
No. And remember, when I first saw this, I didn't see the Game of Thrones. It wasn't even on yet.
No.
So, I mean, I didn't even know till I saw him in that. I didn't remember he was an elf. But then when I saw Elf, I said, oh, that's Peter Dinklage. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. Yeah, it was, like I said, I thought, I like James Caan, and he played good. How about when he does he doesn't put the pages in? I'm going to take a $20,000 bath.
Oh, yeah. That's... I mean, I'm gonna say he's got a point, but he's like, the kid ain't gonna know any better. He's like, the story don't make any sense.
But then the boss comes in, the guy, and he shows him the thing. But I like when he says to him, "I'm gonna have it on the." This Linda gets crack at this because she was in retail all the time.
Yeah,
your father too. How many nights your father just about made it for Christmas Eve?
Yeah,
he was at work, And he goes to him, "Well, that's Christmas Eve," and he goes, "And."
You're not wrong.
Oh my God, I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, he had a lot. He had a lot of heart. Again, he was really like the scene where he's yelling at Buddy after he fight after.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
It was brutal. It was. I mean, it was a nice, touching scene at the end where he kind of makes up with him and.
Yes.
And apologizes, which again, for coming from a guy like that,
yep.
I don't think he's hugging too many of his co-stars.
No, I don't think so. I guess if filming was done, there's little things I picked up in New York for 3 weeks. Some of the indoor sets, like the orphanage, Walter's apartment, Greenway Press, Gimbel's toy store, and jail cell, were built in an abandoned. Listen to this, an abandoned mental hospital.
Wow.
In Vancouver. The same hospital where New Line shot Freddy vs. Jason. Some crew members later described it as one of the creepiest buildings they ever worked in.
So they made the interiors. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, there in Canada. Yeah.
Well, and it's like, put it this way. We talked the budget. The budget is pretty low for $33 million.
It is. You're right.
Personally, I think it's super low. Trying to film all those those exterior shots had to be a freaking nightmare in
Yeah,
New York City.
Yeah, because that looked like it was in the park. It was in New York Park. It must have been. They must have
Central
filmed.
Park.
Yeah,
You got to close that down. He's walking just right across the street.
Yeah.
You can't close. You know what I mean? Like you had
No.
a nightmare trying to get someone else. Again, getting your camera crew to go through the Holland Tunnel.
It's got to be tough, man. It's busy all the time.
All the time with New York. All the time.
Yeah.
No matter morning, noon, night.
Don't matter when you go.
No matter the year, it's the only time you'll get it is when there's a snowstorm.
Yeah, you're right about that.
That's it. How much you think which call was pulling in a year? The for shits and giggles, James Caan's character. I was like, gee, he's got a place. His house where they live was an apartment right across from Central Park.
Oh yeah.
They had the kid in a prep school.
Yeah.
In Manhattan. He's got to be pulling in what, $200
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
$200 a year, maybe more than that.
Basically, when it was. So yeah. Oh yeah. Easy. That's expensive. A rent in New York, a junk rent is like $3,000.
Yeah, that's wild. That's what they were saying too. I know I saw a joke where they were like when they were talking about Friends because they were all like they're in their 20s and they're able to afford and again their jobs were like they weren't really doing anything. Monica was like a chef, you know.
Yeah.
But what else? Do you have any scenes you don't like? Anything you kind of like? It's hard to say. The movies goes fast.
I like the scenes, the early scenes. I know you want the ones I didn't like, but I like the early scenes in the toy factory where he's opening.
Yes.
He's doing the Etch a Sketches and he's doing the Jack in the Box and stuff, things like that. I thought that was pretty cool. That was good the way they ran it right through it. So they got him growing up real fast.
Yeah, you're right.
They didn't waste any time.
Was pretty cool how they're only making like 6 different type of toys. It's just you know what I mean. They're just keeping it simple. We forget, what's his face is in this, that Peter Billingsley from
he is Ming Ming.
Ming from Christmas Story.
Yeah,
which we'll be doing that. I mean, the eyes on that man, they just pop.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
you know right away it's him.
Oh, you do. You could tell every time it's him. I like when he made up the things at Macy's. He made everything.
Beautiful, huh?
The Empire State Building, Etch a Sketch. He did everything. That was awesome. That was an awesome scene.
Yeah.
And then we know what I liked too when they were out. Him and Jovi were out that night. He had the hat on, and they were playing the Sinatra music, and he's skating. That was really nice. There was a lot of
classic and iconic scene.
Favreau, he just doesn't know. He knows how to do it. He knows how to make those movies work.
Again, I don't know. So you don't. There's not too many scenes really you don't like, huh?
I mean,
it's hard to say.
He has to yell at him. It's part of the movie.
Yeah.
No,
it's hard to say, huh?
No, it's hard.
Even the beginning, it's funny when they, because we watched it. You don't skip through the beginning credits, right?
Right.
Because you hear that music, dum 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 dum.
Oh yeah.
Like we just let it play. You know what I mean? Sometimes where you skip through the credits, you're like, I don't want to hear this. It's so the music's so up and cheerful and
it's excellent. I mean, it's so well done. And basically, I guess what was her name? His girlfriend,
Mary
Susan Wells. Susan Wells. That's actually once again a little trivia. That's somebody's sister or wife or something. A picture. It's really a picture of her, but it's not him next to him. I think they changed the head.
It looks like it. Huh?
Yeah, that wild. So there's always little tidbits he throws in there with all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
The end scene's pretty cool. Where we talk about obviously he saves the day and everything like that. But
he does.
Even after the fact, where it's New Year's Eve, she's singing Old Lang Syne.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
It's a beautiful scene.
It is, and supposedly they were going to be police chasing them instead of
The
the
Rangers.
there.
Yeah.
And they got that from, I think they said, either Game of Thrones or from Hobbit there. Whatever group they had in it. He was saying that's what Jon Favreau did. I wanted to do that. I didn't want the police or state police. I didn't want to do it. It would have been too. It wouldn't have worked. He said.
Yeah, you know what's funny is I looked that up with the whole thing where they're talking about the controversial thing they did in the 1985 or at a Simon and Garfunkel conference.
Yes.
And I guess I couldn't find anything. It's all kind of this made up thing where it wasn't really anything. They just referenced it.
Yeah,
They just made it
I
up.
didn't think it was. I had no idea if it was.
Because I was like, is that a real thing? Did the Rangers at that thing like really act up or do some messed up stuff? But no, it's just they just made it up for the movie.
Yeah, and James Caan really was playing the piano in the end there.
Really?
Yeah, it's really him. He knows how
Nice.
to play. Yeah, so that was a cool thing. That must have been really an honor for Will Ferrell. I'm sorry, what's the kid guy's name? The black guy's name?
Faison?
Yeah, Faison. Zoe Chanel. Remember, they're young. To be there with Ed Asner, and I don't know if they were, how much they were with them, but because of the scenes.
Correct.
Bob Newhart and James Caan. I think that must have been an honor for them to be with them guys.
Again,
So,
I said they're legends.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
I mean, James Caan was in, I don't know how much was he in The Godfather?
I think he was in the original one.
The original one, but what, like half the movie, maybe?
Yeah,
if that?
half the movie. Yeah.
I mean, but it's like he's so known for like that role. He just killed everything he's in.
Yeah. And his son, he's a very good actor too. He was on Hawaii Five-0, the new one, for like 8 years. He's a good actor. He's
Scott Con's good too.
Ocean's 11, Scott Conn, very good. Ocean's 11. He's more your age group.
Varsity Blues. He's pushing up there in age. He's probably close to 50. But but no, I get you. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you got anything else. Pretty much covered everything. I don't know.
All a little more tidbit is, you remember when they toss him out of the place, out of the Empire State Building? The big tall guy on the one side, that's Will Ferrell's brother.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, it's his brother. Not the littler guy, the big guy.
That's the taller guy. Interesting. I had this one other thing, and again, you know how they kind of referenced, it's the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yes.
The scene where he's walking on the bridge at the end, after he leaves and writes a note. Did you catch a little maybe of It's a Wonderful Life reference there? Do you think maybe he's going to jump?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
Did you find anything in on the trivia or no?
I didn't. I didn't see anything about that. I'd like to read
it. It looks like he's going to jump.
It does. Yeah, I agree with you. And
which would have been a wild ending.
I'm sure he put it in there because of that. It's not stupid. With the snow falling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wild ending that would have been, huh?
That would have been really crazy. Yeah.
God.
But yeah, overall, very good movie.
Yeah.
I loved it. But once again, you got to like Will Ferrell.
Yes. Very true. Not people don't.
Like I said, I was trying to compare him before with Vince Vaughn. That's what I meant. He's very hard. A lot of people don't like Vince Vaughn because of the way he is.
His style. Yep.
But I love him. I love my.
Yep. But, all right, we can go with the ratings.
Okay.
They gave it a 7-1.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Which is pretty par on. You go first.
Okay. Once again, the cast was excellent. The time, I don't know if you realize, last few movies we've done, they've been an hour and 37 minutes. I
just saw that. It was, I think it was like almost the exact same runtime.
Yeah, I think Santa Claus was.
Yep.
So, everything was good about it. I mean, I love the movie. 7.1 I think is a little low for this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give it, I hate to know, because I don't know all the other ones I do. Christmas we haven't done since last year.
Yeah, if you want, I can give you some of your scores.
Yeah, do you have? What did I give for the Santa Claus last week? You know,
Santa Claus was an 8. So that's the thing. It's like
I'm gonna give
you want to judge it.
I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it the same. I don't want to put it over it because I like them both about the same. So I'm gonna give it an 8.
I was trying to think of that too because I'm looking at the Santa Claus, and I'm like, okay, which movie would I? Because again, they're both comedies,
They are.
right? Which movie would I rather watch if I got Santa Claus in one, Elf in the other? I don't know. I think I might go Santa Claus just because of that whole nostalgic thing for me. Because again, it's an older movie,
Yeah.
so for that reason alone, I'm going to give it like a 7-8. I'm not going to go.
No, I understand.
It's
I understand.
pretty close to that. I think this movie's probably in my top 5
Yeah.
for Christmas.
I agree.
I don't think there's many more above it,
Yeah.
but I don't know. That's what
No,
I got.
That's good. That sounds really good. So what's next? What's coming up next?
Next is Home Alone.
Okay. That's another good one.
That's another great one.
Yeah,
And you know what? Too, it was just one of those ones too where the second one is another New York movie, but
Okay.
the second one's pretty close, pretty far on from the first one. Like the sequels don't really surpass the first one. This one,
Right.
is pretty close to it.
Okay, now wait. You got to do something here because you got to remember. I leave on Thursday, so we got to do almost like a double header, maybe, or we can do 2 separate.
Let me
If you
where
watch
am I
Home
at
Alone
here?
this week, and we do it Sunday, we could watch something on Monday or Tuesday, or you could watch it any other day. It doesn't matter. We could do it on Wednesday or Thursday.
Let's
You tell me what you want to do.
Yeah, let's talk off when we're finished, and
Okay.
then we'll figure it out.
All right.
But that's all I got. I don't. As far as the extra innings segments, as far as anything new I watched, I started watching the there's Ben Stiller's got a little comedy on Hulu called Nutcrackers.
I already saw it.
You saw it? We didn't finish it. We got halfway through with it.
Pretty good.
It's not bad. It's
Yeah.
it's honestly it's giving me like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
But because Ben Stiller is in it, it's got a little more comedy. It's a little bit better.
Yes. And you guys got to watch The Landman with Billy Bob Thornton
That's I'm hearing good things about it.
and Ali Larter in it. Wait till you see Ali Larter. She's 48, man. She looks mighty fine.
Ali Larter. That's from
That's from Varsity Blues.
Varsity Blues.
The whipped cream
Wow.
bikini.
Oh, then that case, yeah. Then I might watch it.
You want to see it.
She look, yeah.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right, so that sounds good. I guess we'll take it next week. And you got anything else?
That's it.
All right, that's the ball game.